Alright guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today guys, well for one today I'm a smidge late on this video. My apologies on that. I have been at work all day, but here we are talking about the brand new and final Super 120 lead, the physical SSJ3 Gotenks right here that we are looking at currently on the screen. He has been announced. He will be the final 120 Super lead, just leaving us with one final 120 lead, at least for now anyways, with the Extreme Tech. So there has been a lot of talk today. You know, that's one thing about doing this video. I'm not doing this immediately as it was launched or anything of that, or even within a couple hours. This card has been announced for probably about 12 hours as of filming this, and maybe a little more. So I've got to see some feedback from the community. And a lot of things I'm seeing is copy and paste. Copy and paste. So, first things first, let's talk about the very good here, at least for me. The fact that, one, he's going to link up great with his Fizz team. The fact that, two, they made a change to him, which we're going to talk about in just a second. The fact that, three, honestly, his card art, I love it. I actually like this card art quite a bit better than the tech one. And we're going to talk about the tech one as well, because in case you're asking yourself, in case you're sitting here watching this video with me and you haven't heard anything about this card, he is almost spot on, so close to his tech version that's not even a year old yet. It's ridiculous. So, but definitely some pros here. He's going to link up well with his Fizz team. He's going to hit like a truck, and he looks really cool. So let's hop in. Let's talk about him real fast. As you can see here, also too, I'm going to go ahead and actually I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but for what we're looking at right now, the official Dokkan Twitter account. I'll put a link to that down below. We're also going to take a look over right now, actually is what I'm going to. Boom, getting blasted with the light right now from the screen. But we're looking at the subreddit for Dokkan Battle. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. We're also going to be taking a look at the Dokkan Battle Builder website, because we're going to talk about the teams you might run with this guy, as well as take a look at his tech version and kind of compare and contrast a little bit. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about this guy. He is the Super Fizz 120 lead. Leader skills, Super Fizz types, Ki +3, HP attack, defense 120 up. Extreme Fizz types, Ki +1, HP attack and defense 50% up. So pretty typical. Passive is attack 120 up, and for 7 turns, attack 60 up and defense 30 down, which you're not going to worry too much about defense 30 down, because you're already getting defense 120 boosted, and actually twice, right, from both of the units. So he did have a change. As you can see here, important changes have been made by Bandai in an in-game announcement. His passive before was attack 7 turns, attack 30% up, and defense 30% down, and now it is attack 60% up, defense 30% down, as well as removing inflict 7% of HP as damage to self on his 12 key super. Now his super is for 1 turn, raise attack. So honestly, a huge boost in comparison. So you went from taking a 7% damage and 7% of your health at sitting at, you know, 120, 120, some decent amount of orbs into your units. I mean, you're looking at 275, 280,000 health. 7% of that is like 20k. Right? Because 10% of 280,000 is 28,000. So 7,000 is about 20 to 22,000, which is kind of crazy. So you might think to yourself, let's say it's just 7%. 20,000 health for launching a 12 key super, that's going to be pretty likely, because that's another thing. If you look at his links here, as well as he's already going to be starting out at +6 key without any links whatsoever, it's going to be really hard to not get off a 12 key super. So let's go ahead, let's hop back up here. Let's talk about his super attacks. He is, again, so similar to the tech one. It's absolutely crazy. He has a 9 and 10 key super, which is Galactic Donut. It does immense damage and lowers defense greatly. His 11 key is still the one you want to go for. Immense damage for 1 turn boost attack by a super large amount. So the 11 key is still the one you want to do if you want to do all the damages. 12 key is immense damage and for 1 turn raise attack. So his 12 key super is actually better, because if you go and look at the tech one, that 12 key super is actually extreme damage. It's the extreme multiplier instead of just the immense. So his 12 key is nowhere near as bad as it was on the tech one. However, that's literally pretty much the exact same thing that we saw with the tech one. So they didn't change it up at all. And there's so many things they could be doing right now with these characters. So many things, like things we haven't even explored. Something someone mentioned the other day that I hadn't even thought about, and it was on my Twitch stream, and I wish I knew who it was. And if you're watching this right now, let me know down below. Because I'd love to hear back from you. But someone said, Why don't they introduce characters that, you know, are still powerful? This doesn't replace something. It's just a nice additive, and they increase your Dokkan meter more. And I was like, that would be so cool. Why are we not exploring other types of things that they can be added to these characters instead of just plus percentages up on attack and just awesome links? But something cool like that, where it's like this character actually goes forward and actually increases, you know, Dokkan meter, or increases chance to, you know, for better drops or stuff like that, like things you see in the MMOs and stuff, you know, a Zinni, like something they could do with Hercule, which I don't know if we talked about this with Gaming Claw, but something they could do with Hercule is make it to where more Zinnis dropped on the board, or whenever you beat an event with Hercule in your team, you get, you know, percentage up of Zinni. So I really think they need to start exploring stuff like that. Links here are Super Saiyan, Fused Fighter, Overturn Flash, Limit Breaking Form, Innocence, Budding Warrior, and Fierce Battle. That OIAF, and Fused Fighter, especially given the characters you will be running on this team, is why it's such an issue of getting an 11 key super, and why it's so awesome that his 12 key super is immense damage on this particular card, and for 1 turn raise attack. Because if you guys have ran a tech team with SSJ3 Goku as the lead, or even as him as the lead, as Tech Gotenks as the lead, I'm sure you find yourself sometimes struggling to only get a low enough amount of key to get the 11 key off, which is a crazy problem. I remember back in the day when I first started, getting key was actually pretty difficult, like actually getting supers off. I was talking to my buddy Jordan, the infamous buddy from work, and we were talking about it, and I was like, do you remember back in the day when it wasn't so commonplace that all 3 characters, every single rotation, got all their supers off all the time? Back in the day of like February and March of last year in 2016, there were definitely plenty of times where there were sometimes where you had to focus on your orbs on the battlefield to where you knew you were only going to get like 1 super off that turn. It's just crazy how far we've come since then. But anyways, all that to say, it's good that the 12 key super is there. It's bad that it's such a copy and paste character. I want to hear you guys' feedback below. Let's not try and tear this apart completely. If you are someone who is very much so like, yeah, why did they not change something up? Let's try not to tear it down too much, but I'd love to hear some constructive criticism down below about what you guys think they should have done in place of this. The other thing too is that I'm heavily disappointed that SSJ3 Gotenks has a good card, right here, a perfectly fine, not even year-old card right now that is still ran. I'm sure people still run him as an actual lead for a plus 70% because they want to run both super and extreme types. I know for a fact people run him if they have him in a SSJ3 Tech Angel Goku team. And so it's like, give like your boy Gohan some love. And not, obviously we have LR Gohan and we have tons of Gohan characters, or Gohan cards in the game, but like Rhyme said, I would have loved a future Gohan Fizz lead. I would have loved what I said, an ultimate Gohan Fizz lead. And just something even crazier, for obviously we have to stick to super types here, but a Tapion. Now granted, I've been seeing that a lot lately too, right? And I saw Dino today, Rhymestyle, tweet out about a Tapion, something they should do with him. I don't believe Tapion is going to ever be in this game as a crazy god lead. I think he's going to be in this game at some point in time, but I think he's going to be more of an awesome passive and awesome support character, similar to the Tech TN, similar to the Intelligence Kid Gohan, similar to the physical Gohan with the sword that we're about to take a look at in this team builder. So I don't know, guys. I want to hear back from you guys. I know we've been talking about this a lot because it's been since the Intelligence Gogeta that we've been talking about, well, who's going to be the Fizz lead. But let me know down below, who would you rather have seen? I know it doesn't matter too much now because we know for a fact it is Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks here. But while I am happy that the links are going to be fantastic because my only 100% unit right now from the potential system is the Vegito Blue. But I don't know. I would have liked to have seen it. Honestly, I said Ultimate Gohan, and when Rhyme put it in my brain, something about a future Gohan, I was like, God, please let that actually be the thing, because that unit would be so much fun to run. I love Future Gohan. Future Gohan is one of my more favorite characters in all of this anime. So I don't know. I would have loved to have seen something like that happen. So let's go over this. Let's take a look at the units here. Obviously, our boy Blue is going to be in there. That is a staple unit. If you have him, oh, of course it's going to like, oh. No, yeah, no, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Obviously, our boy Blue is going to be someone you're going to want to run. Clearly, this guy as well. Oh, it's messing up. Hang on, let's clear this. Zoom out a smidge. No, it's still going to mess up. That's fine. We can just talk about it. That's fine. Hey, you know what? We're gonna keep trucking on here. We're pretty much looking at all the Super Fizz units anyways. But clearly our boy Blue, that's gonna be like the #1 unit you're gonna want to have on this Fizz team. Like, he's gonna tank for you because he's getting 120% buff, which is gonna be ridiculous. So if you have anything in the orb system where you already have increased his defense and everything else, he's gonna block so well with his passive increase as well. Then clearly you're gonna want to run the other Gotenks that does have a Dokkan Awaken. In case you guys forgot, he does have a Dokkan Awaken on JP. We should be getting that at year 2 here in just a little over a month on Global. And then if you have it, which I don't, you're going to want to run this Gohan as well. His key links aren't great, but his passive is plus 40% to attack and defense and plus 3 key. So he's an awesome unit. So no matter what, that's 4 of your 6 units, right? You've got Gotenks, Vegito Blue, you've got SSJ3 Gotenks, then SSJ Gotenks, and then you've got this guy. We're talking optimal. This won't be what I'm running. We're talking very, very optimal. And then another one of the units that you probably are going to want to run is this guy, Dokkan Awakened. I don't see him on the screen right now, but this guy, Dokkan Awakened, is so good. Hits like a truck. Some other options here for me, what I would like to run, are either this guy, Dokkan Awakened. You don't really need this guy because you already have a Siller here, but wouldn't mind this guy and would not mind this Videl. There he is right there. This Videl. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling, because I have a Raleigh and I have Videl, and I'm kind of feeling that. Like, I'm kind of like, I actually think I'm gonna run this just to kind of give it a go, because that Raleigh hits like a truck. So for me right now, what I'm looking at, what I'm personally looking at, probably running on my team from the cards I have, I'm gonna be running my Blue. I'm gonna be running my Gotenks. Again, if I can pull this card too right. This drops, by the way, in like less than 12 hours from this video posting on YouTube. But those two right there, obviously the SSJ3 Gotenks. Then me personally will run the Pan. I will run the Raleigh, and I will probably give this guy right here a go and see how he does. So that's the team I'm gonna be running. Again, I'm kind of lacking on Fizz units. I didn't realize I was, but I kind of am lacking on Fizz units. Oh, no. I won't run that guy. I'll run this guy. What was I saying? I'll run that guy right there. Because his Dokkan Awaken with the sunglasses is just so cool, and he was already a really good unit. I touted him for the longest time as the best non-Dokkanable SSR, as one of the best anyways, right up there with Strink and AGL Godku. But guys, there you go. That's my kind of quick little video here over the SSJ3 Gotenks. I hate that he's such a copy and paste character, but I do really like his art, and I do really like Gotenks, so I'll be excited to try him out. I hope that the Extreme Tech is not something similar to that, because I have really high hopes for Extreme Tech with Mass Saiyan and my Merge Zamasu. Really high hopes. So I'm ready to check this out. I'm ready to see what this guy can do. I'm ready to try out a Super Fizz team. Guys, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider the like button. Otherwise, that's today's video, guys. That's today's video. You guys have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenix here, signing off. We will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.